Welcome back to the channel. In the mood for some love and laughs? This is the 10 best romantic comedy anime, ranked. These romantic comedy tales are sure to pull on the heartstring of any anime fan. Entry number 10, My Dress Up Darling. What could be more wonderful than witnessing the person we love dressing up as our favorite waifus? In recent seasons, Cloverworks have seemingly mastered the art of the slice of life rom-com. My Dress Up Darling is the latest jewel and is a must-watch for anyone looking for a fun anime. Wakana Gojou and Marin Kitagawa live in totally different worlds. Totally isolated and reserved, Gojou has no friends and keeps himself separated from everyone else out of fear that he would be mocked for his interest in Hina dolls. Conversely, Kitagawa is popular, outgoing, and confident. While these two would usually never meet, Kitagawa is interested in cosplay and learns that Gojou might be the perfect person to make outfits for her. Wholesome, funny, and brilliantly animated. Entry number 9, Tona. Over the moon for you. If you marry me, I'll go out with you. Full of love and dreams, and everything will be faster than the speed of light. Most romance stories are about two people who are in the process of falling in love. Meanwhile, Tonikawa, Over the Moon. For You is about a married couple who have already reached that point. As such, the anime largely feels like a slice of life, with episodes dealing with Nasa and Tsukasa's daily antics, rather than a traditional journey. Every day is a challenge, and every episode follows their steps of this married couple. And now on to the most important part, enjoyment. I've enjoyed this a lot. There isn't many heartwarming anime like this, which is why this is so special to me. If you want a romance anime where the boy and girl are simply in love with each other and do relationship stuff together without any drama, I enjoyed every second of this anime. Entry number 8, The Angel Next Door, spoils me rotten. It's nice to escape into a place where love and mutual respect are given the space to grow together. This is about an angel next door, and our main protagonist, Amane Fujiyama, is about to have the experience of a lifetime. The Angel Next Door spoils me rotten makes a great first impression thanks to a few factors. For one, Project No 9's animation is clean and detailed, particularly the character models. Secondly, and more importantly, the main characters have instant chemistry. The moment Amane extends his umbrella to a soaked Mahiru, sparks fly. This couple is delightful watch from start to finish. Entry number 7, Boku no Kokoro no Yabai Yatsu. This journey goes from being cringeworthy to an incredibly heartwarming experience filled with significant character development and moments that genuinely touched my heart. The Dangers in My Heart manages to achieve a lot within a relatively short time span. On the surface, it may appear like just another typical shonen romance, where a popular girl falls in love with an ordinary, somewhat introverted guy. However, the anime manages to make this seemingly common setup work. Ichikawa is an average guy with few friends who often daydreams about unconventional things. While the anime doesn't delve into the explicit details of his daydreams, it doesn't completely avoid the topic either. This initial portrayal might not leave the best first impression, but Ichikawa ultimately becomes one of the most compelling male characters as the anime progresses. If you're looking for a delightful and entertaining story about two quirky characters coming together, I highly recommend The Dangers in My Heart. It's one of the best romantic comedies I've seen in a long time. Entry number 6, Maid-sama. I'll come to save you as much as you want. I'll make you fall for me as much as you wish. Kaiu Sama is undeniably one of the best shoujo anime ever created. While the initial plotline may seem classic, the story immediately captures your attention, and you'll soon realize its unique qualities. Misaki, the president of her high school student council, works in a maid cafe to support her family due to their debts. She's a strong, capable, and caring protagonist, but she holds feminist views and tends to look down on men. Her life takes an interesting turn when she meets Usui Takumi, a handsome, popular, and genius guy who always appears utterly annoyed. However, he becomes particularly intrigued by her after discovering her secret job as a maid. Takumi is not your typical character. He's straightforward, occasionally does and says peculiar things, yet remains utterly charming. The humor in Kaiu Sama is exceptionally effective. The supporting characters are well developed, and the overall atmosphere of this masterpiece will bring a smile to your face. The animation is beautifully done. The voice actors, especially Okamoto Nobuhiko, deliver brilliant performances, and the soundtrack adds to the overall sweetness of the series. Entry number 5, Kimi no Koto Ga Die Die Die. Here it is, the ultimate harem anime that fans like us have been eagerly anticipating. If you've ever come across an anime that feels like the author's wildest dream come true, this one certainly ranks among the most dreamlike. You might think that a main character with 4 or 5 girls craving for his attention is already living the dream, but this main character has 5 with 95 more on the way. And you know what's even better? This guy truly deserves it all. Imagine getting rejected 100 times while still in your first year of high school. It may be physically impossible, but he manages to handle it like a champ. In the end, it's all worth it. This anime is one of the very few with a genuine harem theme. In most harem-themed anime, it often doesn't feel like a true harem, despite the concept being fairly ordinary, such as romance in a high school setting. However, the way this concept is presented is exceptionally well done, and there's a genuine intention behind it. I really enjoy this anime. It's packed with comedy, and most importantly, the harem theme feels incredibly authentic. Entry number 4, Kaguya-sama, Love is War. All is fair in love and war, and this anime certainly proves it. Instead of the typical romance, Miyuki and Kaguya employ their intellect and skills to try and make the other confess their love first. Neither wants to lose and be seen as lesser than the other. I love how Miyuki and Kaguya's relationship is built. They go from, I don't care to, I'm in love slowly. Their feelings changing, the way they start to care more about each other, the jealousy invoked several times, the fear of losing love before having it, and the care that one starts to have for the other. But like all young, they have insecurities. Fear of rejection and pride makes the two not want to be the first to lend a hand. They are grace. I love the anime Love is War succeeds because it's genuinely funny. Like with every comedy anime I watch, I was concerned that the humor would eventually become stale and the show would lose its charm as it progressed. I can confidently say that this is not the case with Love is War. Each episode seemed to be even funnier than the last, and it became one of those rare anime that made me genuinely laugh out loud. Yes, comedy is subjective, but the variety of jokes in this anime makes it feel like there's something for everyone. The entertainment derived from watching something is, for me, the most crucial aspect of a show, and Love is War excels in this regard. Entry number 3, Spy X Family. Well, I'm a spy comedy about Kaguya and Lloyd and Yor. It's hilariously funny. Just try it for yourself. Yeah, and both of the main characters don't know about each other's secret identities like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah, we have a kawaii anime little girl. Her name is Anya, and she is secretly a mind reader. Now you're asking yourself, what exactly is Spy X Family? You should watch the first episode and full indulge on what the author wanted to show us. Watching the first episode brings together two characters with very different backgrounds and personalities, Loid Forger, also known as Twilight, and Anya. Loid proves himself to be a human with extraordinary skills in espionage, physical feat, and master of disguise. You could say that he is the perfect spy. On the other hand, Anya is a young girl with the ability to read minds, but also with a fascination of spies. Watching their character chemistry immediately brings together a degree of elegance and charm. Even though Anya knows Loid often lies to others for his work, she also knows that deep down, he is a kind-hearted person. Representing the essence of a perfect spy, Loid deeply cares about his role, but also has a soft side for his family. We can't have a family without the mother, of course. That's where the assassin, Yor Forger, comes in. Introduced in second episode, Yor is essentially an assassin with deadly skills to match her intellect and physical talents. Although sometimes airheaded with a lack of common sense, she deeply cares about Anya and Loid, despite not knowing their full backgrounds. In fact, Yor and Loid's first encounter was a chance meeting. It's as if destiny set these two up together, in perhaps one of the most memorable sequences in anime. Loid ties the knot by putting a grenade pin on Yor's finger. It's a refreshing take, as in most marriages you see in generic type of ceremony with flowers and bridesmaids. Obviously, Yor and Loid aren't actually a married couple. They pretend to be one to carry out their respective missions. And with Anya, they are the heart and soul of Spy X Family. This anime captured just about everything you expected, and perhaps more. This is the type of show that is a refreshing breath of air that we need more often. And with part 2 already airing, there's no better time than now to jump into this hype train. Entry number 2, Horimiya slice of life, romance, comedy, the holy trinity, often done, rarely good. This show has provided me with everything you can expect from a great rom-com anime. It has top-tier characters, Hori-san plus Miyamura, comedy, narrative, relationships, drama, romance, and more. The artwork is outstanding, as expected from Cloverworks, and the voice actors and actresses did a fantastic job as well. Hori is known as one of the most popular girls at school due to her beauty and brains, but that seemingly perfect persona disappears when she's at home. In reality, she's a homebody who spends her time doing housework and taking care of her little brother. On the other hand, Miyamura is known at school for being a gloomy otaku nerd when his true identity is far from it. He's got numerous tattoos and earrings and is surprisingly good looking. When Hori and Miyamura run into each other outside of school, they both agree to keep each other's true selves a secret from their classmates, and eventually grow closer as they learn more about their hidden personalities. Part of the reason why Horimiya is such a popular series is its refreshing approach to the high school romance genre. Rather than being bogged down by overdramatic tropes, the story is quite simple and lighthearted. The colorful characters and hilarious situations they find themselves in make for an enjoyable, wholesome ride. A very relaxed show that has a wonderful story that clearly can join the greats of the slice of life, romance, comedy combo. 100% worth your watch. Highly recommended to all fans of romance, comedy, and drama. Before we reveal the number 1, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and ring the bell to stay connected. Entry number 1, my love story with Yamada-kun at ELV 999. What happens when you combine gaming, love-hate relationships, and misunderstandings? You get gamers, the animation. Now wait, that's just a joke, so let's dial down the button mashing and keyboard warrior antics. Story talks about a girl in university, Akane, who was dumped by her boyfriend. Through the online game Akane and her ex played, she meets Yamada, a high school senior who is good-looking but somewhat a shut-in. Then the story goes on to be a rom-com, Akane and Yamada becoming closer and closer as the story progresses. The story kind of reminds me of Horimiya. This funny rom-com has the casual slice of life atmosphere, but also mixed in with humor that anyone would like. The animation is great and also has the funny chibi-styled animation when things turn funny. It's one of the best romantic comedies. Give it a try. Hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Thanks for watching our 10 best romantic comedy anime. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and ring the bell to stay connected. See you soon.